The Deputy King, His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, received the Chairman of the Bahrain Bourse, Yusuf Abdullah Al Yusuf, and members of the Board of Directors at Rafah Palace. His Royal Highness affirmed Bahrain's commitment to advancing the financial and banking sector with a focus on enhancing its sustainability and global competitiveness. He emphasized the sector's vital role in driving the kingdom's continued comprehensive development, led by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. His Royal Highness reiterated the importance of the role of financial markets in supporting the kingdom's economic development, expanding the base of investment opportunities across diverse sectors, and reinforcing Bahrain's position as a key regional and international hub for financial investments and innovation. His Royal Highness extended his congratulations to the chairman and board members, wishing them continued success in their future endeavors and in achieving Bahrain Bourse strategic aspirations. He outlined the significant role played by the Bourse in strengthening the kingdom's competitiveness by continuously advancing its operations and cementing Bahrain's position as a leading investment hub. He praised its efforts in supporting the kingdom's economic environment and further expanding investment opportunities. His Royal Highness highlighted the importance of encouraging innovation and development within the kingdom's economic sector, in alignment with the ongoing advancements in the sector's legislative and regulatory framework, which further drive the growth of the kingdom's economy. The chairman and board members expressed their gratitude for His Royal Highness's commitment to the progress of the kingdom's national economy, affirming their dedication to advancing the kingdom's aspirations. The Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, along with several senior officials, also attended the meeting. Under the patronage of the National Security Advisor, Commander of the Royal Guard, and Secretary General of the Supreme Defense Council, Lieutenant General His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the National Cybersecurity Center concluded the National Cybersecurity Exercise Cyber Shield 2025, held under the theme Supply Chain Attacks, with wide participation from various government bodies, key sectors, and private organizations. His Highness affirmed that the success of the exercise strengthens Bahrain's high level of national readiness to safeguard cyberspace, reflecting the capabilities of Bahraini professionals in addressing evolving threats. He stressed that Bahrain is moving forward in enhancing its advanced digital infrastructure in line with the highest international standards, contributing to the protection of the nation's cybersecurity. His Highness added that the exercise represented an important platform for cooperation and the exchange of expertise among institutions, raising the level of national coordination and reinforcing Bahrain's position in countering cyber attacks. He also directed the National Cybersecurity Center to hold the exercise annually, given its significant role in supporting progress and excellence. The Chief Executive of the National Cybersecurity Center, Sheikh Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, expressed appreciation to His Highness Sheikh Nasser for his valuable support to the exercise, noting that this support directly contributed to its complete success and the achievement of its objectives. His Highness then honored several participating entities as well as groups of national talents who achieved distinction during the exercise, commending their outstanding efforts in ensuring the event's success and highlighting the capabilities of Bahraini professionals. The President of the Electricity and Water Authority, Kamal bin Ahmed Mohammed, announced the launch of an international tender through the Tender Board for the development of the Sitra Independent Power and Water Plant. The project, to be implemented under a build, own, operate model in partnership with the private sector, will have a capacity of around 1,400 to 1,500 megawatts and 30 million imperial gallons per day of potable water. EWA has approved 7 leading international companies, including Taka, Aqua Power, Gulf Investment Corporation, JIRA, KEPCO, Sumitomo, and a Chinese consortium. The plant will use the latest technologies to ensure high efficiency and sustainability, producing power and desalinated water through reverse osmosis. Initial operations are expected in the second quarter of 2028 with 600 megawatts and 30 million gallons of water ahead of full commercial operation in the second quarter of 2029. EWA President noted that the project supports the authority's strategy to replace aging plants with more efficient facilities, reduce gas consumption, and strengthen sustainable electricity and water security in line with Bahrain's vision to achieve carbon neutrality by 2060. The Minister of Justice, Islamic Affairs and Waqf, Nawaf Al-Maawda, held a dialogue session with a group of young people participating in the 3rd edition of the Future Bet program organized by the Bahrain Institute for Political Development. The Minister affirmed that the youth are a fundamental pillar in advancing judicial development, embodying the goals of the comprehensive development process led by His Majesty the King, with the follow-up of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, in building the capacities and developing the skills of national cadres. He presented the most prominent development initiatives in the justice sector, which focus on upholding the rule of law. Al-Maawda reviewed the ministry's role in the field of Islamic affairs, which contributes to establishing a moderate approach, spreading Quran sciences, and promoting religious values. He highlighted the ministry's role in supporting the national economy by developing services provided to citizens, residents, and investors, as well as supporting the provision of job opportunities in line with the objectives of Bahrain Economic Vision 2030. The minister reviewed the ongoing electronic transformation of the judicial sector, noting the contributions of young people in the planning and implementation of these essential projects, which have contributed to facilitating and developing procedures. The Director General of the Traffic Directorate, Major General Sheikh Abdul Rahman bin Abdul Wahab Al Khalifa, noted that the signing of a contract to supply the Directorate with 500 high-quality smart cameras will contribute to raising the level of traffic discipline and enhancing public safety on the roads. He noted that this step is part of the directives of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister to support the traffic system and develop its technical infrastructure. The Major General praised the directives of the Minister of Interior and Chairman of the Traffic Council, General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, and his follow-up in improving the traffic system and achieving a positive impact in controlling traffic and protecting lives and property. He pointed out that this modern system comes within the framework of the effective implementation of Decree Law 30 of 2025 issued by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa regarding the amendment of certain provisions of the traffic law. The Director General pointed out that these amendments had a positive impact on community awareness and traffic compliance. He emphasized that the department or the Directorate continues to monitor violations using smart technologies in addition to intensifying field enforcement through security and civil patrols, in addition to awareness programs. The Undersecretary of the Ministry of Works, Sheikh Mish'al bin Mohammed Al Khalifa, and the Undersecretary of the Ministry of Education, Nawal Ibrahim Al Khatar, conducted an inspection visit to several government schools currently undergoing major maintenance works. The ministry has begun implementing a comprehensive project worth 9 million Bahraini dinars to renovate 27 government schools. The project includes a range of civil, mechanical, and electrical works carried out in coordination with the Ministry of Education, which prioritizes schools according to an annual maintenance plan requirements. The Ministry of Education confirmed that preparations for the new academic year are well advanced, with maintenance completed on more than 29,000 air conditioning units and the installation of around 5,000 new units in schools across the kingdom. The Ministry of Education continues its comprehensive preparations for the start of the new academic year through organizational and logistical plans that ensure a safe and integrated educational environment. More in this report. In preparation for the start of the new academic year, the Ministry of Education is intensifying its organizational and preparatory efforts to ensure a comprehensive and safe educational start that reflects the readiness of the entire education system. In line with these efforts and in implementation of the directives of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, the Ministry announced that it will hold orientation days in all public schools dedicated to students and their guardians to strengthen direct communication channels and clarify various aspects related to the educational process. To keep pace with the requirements of the digital age, the Ministry has reinforced its plans by launching its new website, which will serve as a comprehensive platform, offering faster and more interactive services, contributing to improving performance efficiency and enhancing communication with the community. Preparations also extended to include traffic safety, with the Ministry of Interior, through the General Directorate of Traffic, Community Service Police, and School Guards, intensifying training courses aimed at securing the vicinity of schools and ensuring that students arrive safely. In line with these efforts, the National Ambulance Center has increased its field readiness through advanced response plans that contribute to rapid intervention in emergencies and provide medical and preventive services that ensure a healthy and safe learning environment for students and educational staff. The General Directorate of Traffic continued its awareness programs aimed at student transport drivers, emphasizing the importance of complying with proper traffic procedures and not contracting with unlicensed drivers, thereby ensuring the safety of students throughout their daily commute to and from schools. With these integrated efforts, Bahrain presents a developed national model in managing school preparations, combining education, security, and health so that its children can begin a safe and stable school year. The McLaren team, owned by Mumtalakat Holding Company, achieved another victory in the Formula One Dutch Grand Prix. McLaren's Australian driver Oscar Piastri took first place ahead of Dutch driver Max Verstappen of Red Bull, while Racing Point driver Ishaq Hajar finished third. This achievement reflects the strength of the team as one of Bahrain's most important global sporting investments and underscores Mumtalakat's commitment to supporting and developing international sport and establishing the kingdom's presence on the global sporting stage. Bahrain International Airport recorded remarkable growth in passenger aircraft and air cargo traffic during July 2025, with a total of more than 865,000 passengers passing through the airport. In terms of cargo and air mail, the total exceeded 35,000 tons, including imports and exports. These figures reflect the continued growth of Bahrain's position as a hub for aviation in the region amid high demand for travel and the expansion of the network of destinations served by airlines operating at Bahrain International Airport. As part of Bahrain's efforts to develop the maritime navigation sector and preserve a safer and more sustainable marine environment, smart tracking devices have been adopted for small vessels to enhance maritime safety and security and support emergency response. Bab al-Bahrain Post Office, located behind Bab al-Bahrain, bears witness to the development of postal services in Bahrain and showcases a collection of postage stamps and historical and commemorative photographs that reflect the history of postal services in the kingdom. More in this report.
Behind Bab al-Bahrain lies the post office, which bears the hallmarks of the long-standing postal service in Bahrain. Visitors will find thin copper pipes on the ceiling, which contain the building's electrical connections and represent the actual route taken by the postman in Manama. The building houses a diverse collection of archives that reflect the history of the postal service in Bahrain, including postage stamps, envelopes, memorabilia, photographs, and more. The post office building consists of 2 floors, with main reception halls containing around 14 post office counters, as well as 2,204 post office boxes distributed across the 2 floors. In addition to a historical hall showcasing the history of postal services in Bahrain. The post office enhances the historical value of the area and highlights its vital role, adding to Manama's cultural heritage preserved in the kingdom's history.